Single parents, what's your best worst dating story? After my divorce, I stayed far, far away from dating for 2 full years. My daughter was only 5, and the few guys I'd met either bailed the second they heard I have a kid, or got weirdly intense and wanted to be stepdad by date 2. No thanks. Eventually, a friend convinced me to try online dating. Just coffee dates, she said. What's the worst that could happen? You waste an hour? I matched with this guy David after a week of swiping. Totally normal seeming. Worked in tech, decent sense of humor, no weird shirtless gym selfies. Said he loved kids, didn't have any of his own yet. We texted for a few days, then planned to meet Saturday morning at the Starbucks on 5th. 10 a.m., I'm in line, checking my phone, when I hear a tiny voice behind me go, "Mommy?" I turn around, and there's my daughter, in pink sneakers, running toward me, with my ex-husband Mike jogging behind her, looking half apologetic, half sweaty. "Sorry," he panted. "She forgot her inhaler. You know how her asthma gets when the weather changes? I had to stop by your place and grab it." I'm crouched down, hugging her and checking the inhaler in her backpack, when a voice behind me says, "Sarah?" I look up. It's David, my date, right on time. And suddenly he's not looking at me. He's staring at Mike, with this weird deer in headlights expression. "Mike?" David says, his voice climbing an octave. They knew each other. Turns out they work at the same company. David's in IT support, Mike's in accounting. Different departments, but they've sat in the same monthly budget meetings for the past 8 months. David knew Mike had an ex-wife named Sarah. Mike knew David had started dating someone from an app named Sarah, but neither of them realized they were talking about me. Cue the most painfully awkward coffee date of my life. David kept sneaking glances at Mike, who was visibly uncomfortable, and practically sprinted out with our daughter. She was confused why mommy's new friend knew daddy's name. I tried to brush it off, but after they left, David got quiet. Then he said, "Does Mike actually know you're actively dating other people right now?" "Excuse me?" I told him yes, of course Mike knows. We're divorced, not Amish. But David's tone was off. Not jealous, but almost disappointed. Like he'd expected drama and now was bummed it wasn't happening. 2 days later, Mike called me with a serious voice I hadn't heard since our custody hearings. "We need to talk about David." Apparently, ever since the Starbucks run-in, David had been cornering Mike at work, asking questions. Weirdly personal questions. Not just small talk. Stuff about me. Why we divorced. If I was emotionally stable. If I had financial issues. Mike was seriously unsettled. Then he said something that made my stomach flip. "Sarah, he's been asking about you for weeks, before you two even matched." I rechecked David's dating profile, scanned every photo with fresh eyes. In one, at what looked like a company holiday party, I noticed part of Mike's company logo on a banner in the background. David hadn't randomly matched with me at all. He had targeted me, learned everything about my life through my ex-husband, built a perfect profile to appeal to me based on what he already knew. I blocked him on everything, but it got worse. A week later, my daughter's teacher called me at work. A man matching David's description had been hanging around during school pickup, asking detailed questions about my daughter. Claimed he was a family friend who might start picking her up sometimes. I filed a police report that afternoon. Turns out I wasn't his first victim. He has a history, a pattern, of targeting recently divorced mothers, using mutual acquaintances or workplace ties to insert himself into their lives. The police investigation is still ongoing. But here's the unexpected part. Mike and I, we're closer now than we've ever been. Not romantically, just finally co-parenting like a real team, communicating, protecting our daughter together, all the broken pieces we never fixed after the divorce. David's creepy behavior forced us to finally glue them back into something functional. He thought he was manipulating us. Instead, he accidentally fixed our communication. I'm done with dating apps forever. I'll take being single over getting stalked by tech bros with a long con any day.